I'm representing an Italian company. The company name is Dell'Orco Villani. The company is based in Italy, in the region of Tuscany, the textile district of Prato. That used to be a very important textile area after the Second World War. It still is, but less than before. As I said, the company was founded by the two gentlemen, Mr. Dell'Orco and Mr. Villani, in the 1964, and actually it is run by the third generation of Dell'Orco family, because family Villani left the company. We are still keeping the name of Villani because of the good times we had in the past. The focus of our company is to produce machinery for textile recycling. Since the 1964, that has been our target. Machinery that are able to transform textile waste, post-industrial or post-consumer, back into fiber that can be reused. But we are very active in the United States and in Europe. We used to export a lot also to Russia, just before the actual situation. And we are entering now the market of Bangladesh, thanks to the cooperation with the agency RH Corp. We saw that also here, being a very important textile district, there will be a need of the recycling of the production waste. Consider that most of the Western countries, we are using the machinery to recycle post-consumer waste, because it's the type of waste which is most available, the clothes, the second-hand clothes. Here, from this point of view, you are very lucky because you have a very good material, because it's the material clean and coming from the production. And this represents a good material that can be reused to make a new yarn. This is something that is missing in our part of the world. We do machinery also to recycle contaminated material, so clothes with zippers, boot. So for us, it's even more easy to work with such kind of textile waste like you have here. And so going back to your question, we export almost everywhere. We follow the market because we have, sometimes the textile is moving from Western country to Asian countries. So during our 60 years, we have exported from west to east. In my opinion, there are two forces that are pushing now towards this direction. One is an economical force, like you may have here. So economically, it is convenient to recycle your waste because they're clean, are strong, so you can get good recycled fiber, you can obtain good yarn. This is an advantage because if you make a good sorting, you don't need to dye and to give again the color to the yarn. So if you recycle the white, you can get a new white yarn. If you recycle the blue, so this is one force that is pushing towards the recycling. The other force, like we have in the Western country, is represented by the law. The law is now imposing to recycle the textile waste. In couple of years, will not anymore possible to landfill or to incinerate the waste in Europe. So this is the other force that is pushing towards the recycling. One is economical and one is by the law. Of course, especially in Europe, now they are supporting the action of recycling and giving also some funds and supports to create this kind of economy. For example, we have the extended responsibility of the producer. It's called APR. This means that anybody who is producing some clothes is responsible for the reuse and the recycle of the same at the end of life.
Can you show us let us know the special features of your technology?
The technology of recycling, it is changed during the years because the materials are changed. 50, 60 years ago was quite simple to recycle the textiles because was in general made out of yarn made in natural fiber, wool, cotton, and no mixed material. Now we are facing new challenges because of the material which is blended, it is synthetics, it is with accessories, it is printed and so on. So also the technology in recycle must improve in this direction. And this is what we have done in the last, let's say 20 years. We have improved a lot our technology, and we have some really specialties that some features that nobody else have as a manufacturer of the machine. Few points, for example. Our line can segregate and separate the contamination that are present in the fabric or in the clothes automatically. So if we are talking about recycling post consumer material with contamination of buttons, zippers, tags, our line can do it automatically. So you don't need to separate manually. And this is very important in terms of production, labor cost, and time and savings. As far as concern the clean material, so the post-industrial, the material that is more available here in Bangladesh, we have some special equipment that is quite different from the other technology that allow to make a very good opening of the fiber, deep, and without shortening too much the fiber. Because the problem of the recycled fiber for spinning is to obtain the maximum opening of the fiber, because it should be treated in the spinning, and to keep the length as much as possible. And this is a conflict in the recycling because you have to tear the fabric. What we have some special machines that can do this job in a gentle way in order to achieve the maximum possible length in the recycled fiber. This means that you can have a wider possibility of spinning after, a higher percentage of recycled material that you can introduce in the blend of your yarn. Then we have a more safe system as far as concern the fireproof and the risk of fire. In our line, we have a design of the system that allow a process much more safe than the other. When I say safe, I'm referring to the risk of fire, because processing cotton, when you process cotton in this kind of machinery, you have a high risk of fire on most of the machine, but not in our line. The type of material is coming out better, the possibility to reject the contamination, and very low risk of fire in the line. The other point is that we have a lot of flexibility in the passage of the fiber through our system. We can skip the steps, we can combine. This gives many possibilities to the operator to operate the line with many possibilities in order to obtain the best quality of the fiber.